Okay, Knights of the Zodiac Episode 8 review. Now, I had to skip the last episode because I had some issues with the video, so I'll sort of go over that once I do a type of season overall review. Now, so far, this is definitely, in my opinion, the best episode of Knights of the Zodiac. And it's pretty much essentially all filler. Now, we start this episode basically with a fight between Leo Iolia and Scorpio Milo. Now, I overall liked this fight. We see and get more uh, background information and personality from the characters, particularly the Pope and Milo. Honestly, he will probably be better here than in the classic. At least show more personality and get people to care. Like this bit of filler right here definitely, I think, sort of helped him out. Even though his personality generally always is an asshole that does his job. Anyway, in this fight, we see Milio do a one of those anime vanishing things. I think Bleach calls it a sidestep or something, but he does that, and we see here that sometimes Goat Saint's attacks have like a homing beacon laser guided thing to them, because Leo's lightning bolts actually followed Milo's movement. I thought that was interesting. It definitely, I think, sort of helps out the limitations of this series. Like, it brings another layer of them beyond them just throwing a lightning bolt. And lightning bolt here would just kind of be a little bit of light energy. And ultimately, that's what a lot of the attacks are, just a little bit of light energy. But with the laser guided thing, it does add a sort of another layer, and it looks like he just kind of did it with his mind. And you definitely know where the fight was going to go 100% after he did the old "I'm coming toward you" with your laser guided attack heading right toward you, and I'm gonna vanish. Now, it didn't hit him. He did he was able to move it enough in time to hit Milo. Then eventually the fight was called off by the Pope. The Pope definitely comes off as a more reasonable here, which makes a lot more sense that he is essentially a kinder, more understanding character, because in the classic they pretty much followed him because that's what they always did. They were they were pretty much kids and he was the only adult and that's pretty much all they knew. Here, I think the Goat Saints, I believe, in this series are pushing 40. I think I mentioned it for they're pretty old in this series. So it's definitely um it definitely gives more reason to why they're doing this, which is pretty much a mix between the classic and the next dimension story. And beyond that, we have mention of Shaka, and I'm definitely looking forward to how they will handle Shaka. It will be an interesting build-up, but before that, we get the Saints flying. Now, I can do a video on Saints flying in the series, and if they can, and yes, they can. But it is interesting to see them just go all Superman and just with basic travel. And so that was an interesting sight. And then we get a little bit more toward Marin and her background. By the way, the music here was very good. I think it was very good, very fitting. I don't know if it's new music or just haven't been paying attention to it, but the music was and what they did with it was great here, in my opinion. And but yeah, Marin. We get more background on Marin, and we understand the purpose of her mask in this episode because it's not the same purpose in the classic. You know, it technically might serve the same function, and that is hiding her identity, but having a mask is completely her own thing. I wonder if it'd be a own thing in the movie, because I think even Marin, Cheyenne, yeah, Cheyenne she's shown having a mask in the classic, in the movie. I mean, anyways, yeah, we get more background with Marin and June. I think she might have another name in this series, but June is definitely saying that she's going to have some level of importance, though we'll have to wait and see. And then we find out that Shaka apparently has skull guardians. And I thought that was pretty funny. They would honestly remind me of like something out of a movie, like a comedic movie, like a character just has a three like humorous I don't know, like guardians. I couldn't think of it, but anyways, the three guardians are there are the three guardians are there to test the saints. And yes, we get it's Shun, Dragon Shiryu, and Seiya. And well, we basically learn. Well, we don't learn anything. They're being tested, and they go one after another. And it ended with Seiya being tested the last. So we're going to see the end of that. Hopefully, that all kind of wraps up, and we get all of them together when they face Seiya. Well, sorry, when they face Shaka. And then we can get Iki here, finally. I'm looking forward to his entrance and how they handle the fight with Shaka. It should be interesting. They're definitely doing some sort of build-up here. And they're definitely following the manga while also and also doing their own new thing. So overall, yes, the new detail, the action, overall, I really liked this episode, and my favorite episode so far. I give it a B plus. Anyways, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and give me your